Oh, that didn't do it. There we go. And I'm gonna try. Got a new setup. I can't dial. Oop, hey, I got it's too tight. We'll just go right there. Yabba dabba doozy. We got some fresh soil mixed up. Oh, I got this going the wrong way, don't I? Yeah. Sorry, folks. Lame start. Trying to set up my tripod. And what happened now? They're still there. There's nobody watching, but somebody's gonna watch this and go, "Why is this such a lame start?" Well, going live is a lot easier for me than trying to pre-record, cut, and everything. I got too much to do for that shit. Um, Anyhow, what do we got here though? I wanted to show. These are Saint Bernard seeds from 2016, and had them soaking a couple days. So let's see. I just did all the whites. I did everything, threw them in there. So normally I would go through before, if I sell some seed, and clean out everything that's not all ready to go with the tail. So for the most part though, got this is at 60 degrees too. These weren't at room temperature. They were, so those are all duds to start with. They would never even be in a seed pack. You can see for the most part here, we've got quite a few tails on these, and it's 22 now, so that's 6-year-old seed. There's a bunch more in the. Anyhow, it's a pretty simple process here, and I'll end up doing this like I have a back cross today, and I have 3 of the F3s. So this is the F2 Saint Bernard Trident was my stud, right? And I hit that into a whole bunch of stuff for economy lines. That's the process though, right? Pretty dang simple. Just dropping the seeds with the tails in, and it's pretty good natural selection there though, right? For given that time period, and cold temperatures for the sprouting process, right? And Saint Bernard, I call it Saint Bernard because it's kind of a medical thing. It has a little bit of CBD, right? I believe. Again, I never test anything. I don't actually know, aside from the exhale test and see what it does to your head space, your medical require, what you're looking for in your medical. I think I missed one. Just cover them, keep the sun from cooking them. Come back and sprinkle them with some water. On a hot day, I wouldn't do this in the sun, but it's not even 70 out here. Beautiful. It was all stormy yesterday, raining. Slow process. So I just soaked these. I think these are 72 hours maybe. Again, in the basement, so they're not really warm. Not. The rest of the house is almost 70 degrees, and down there it's closer to 60. It's not optimum, but it's optimum for separating out which really got the life force in them, and I want the stronger genetics. Again, Saint Bernard was so this old hippie I know, Creighton, he collected his seeds through the 90s, and when I met him around 2000, I think it was 2001 or so, and he came to me and gave me all the seeds he collected, saying, "Bro, this is the best weed seeds and the best weed I ever smoked in my life." And I've had a lot of people do that, but this particular genetic came out, and the first time I smoked it, I didn't quite understand it, and I have, over the years you gain better understanding of everything, and so I've come to determine it was a northern Afghan hash plant that somebody had hybridized into something way back in the day, and it was broke out in the seed. And so I ended up using it for a few different things. I ended up calling Dr. Dream's Red Cross, and I crossed that to the cookie wreck. Train wreck platinum cookies. Is that right? So I did 2 different back crosses actually. Where I did back into the cookie wreck, but I guess I didn't pop those today. That's all good. Right there. So one of the reasons I opened this back up, it's a really early finisher. It's flowering. It's starting to flower at the beginning of August. And so for north, it's a nice thick, heavy frost. And that's St. Bernard, you know, it's always covered the dog, the medical dog in the Alps. And it's always covered in snow when you see it in the movies, whatever, right? So it's kind of a play on that. Super frosty, and the medical strain was my intent. I think I missed a few holes there. Paying the best fucking attention when I'm putting shit. Some the hash plant though, it imparted big thick stems. Let's see what there it is. And a bit more larfiness to the program, but it definitely imparts some skunkiness. So I'm glad I have it going. Well, I always separate them out there, but if I toss that in, I see I already have them there. Alrighty, so I wish I had some tweezers. Across the top this time. Fuck her off the side, that one ain't no good. Talking to a buddy of mine this morning up in Montana, and he just texted me to let me know he got his USDA high tunnel grant approved. He'll be building that. He's building a really cool concept, and we were talking about all the lumber he's been recycling. We went to college together, and we both have this recycle concept, reduce, reuse. And he's built some amazing stuff collecting wood from the garbage transfer, and he just scored on a bunch of cabin tear down and old log cabin tear outs and stuff. Property room, someone buys a ranch property, wants to farm. The wood has value and depends on how you process it and stuff. Anyhow, he's building. He's just outside of Yellowstone Park and right off the Yellowstone River. He's building these bungalows for guests. And he's got this little farm. He's got, I think it's 3 acres with water. And he's got a well that taps into the Yellowstone aquifer, basically, and a water table, not aquifer. Got 2 beautiful children, an amazing wife. He hates it when I say it, but his wife is my favorite wife in the world. It's meant as a compliment. She's awesome. Yeah. Anyhow, pandemic's over. I ain't seen him in several years, and I've seen some photos she posts on social media of the house, yard, and the kids playing. It's like, I do not recognize the yard anymore. Come up and so no, you ain't been up since we had the raft. We can go fishing on the river and everything. So I'm looking forward to getting up there, and we'll be doing several videos of his property because he's got an amazing greenhouse system attached, solar heating processes. He's telling me about a big old compost tumbler he built, and it holds like a yard. Mixing, they got chickens, and he made an octagonal shaped chicken hutch, and he called it the Coctagon. Fucking epic, right? Anyhow, I'm getting down to the end of the viables. These are the ones that I give a shit about. Can't really give them a squeeze test at this point, but this is, so I got 60 65 seeds in there. Yeah, I'll go see if I can get the whole 70, 72. Pretty good viability though for being that old, and I'm not really. These guys are kept in the basement, just not underneath the refrigerator thing. Basically, though, the concept being the quality of the probiotically grown seeds instead of salt grown seed. So those ones are all good enough to go there. And get a little water onto them. Good old girl. That's the whole trailer. The other ones I didn't have as much seed of each. Let's see. Clover's sitting in the shade over there watching. So this is the Alpha St. Bernard from, and these were 2017 is what these ones were marked. Now, I thought I did this all at the same time, but anyhow, I lost one over there. I got enough, I'm gonna put like 20 of each out. And these ones are all, every single one, but let's see. Yeah, that one don't seem to have a tail. The whole, that's a double. Lost its, oh, see, it's already coming out there. Okay. Let's get that. There's another one that's fully out already. I don't know if those are gonna fucking. Oh my. These ones I did select. I didn't because I was putting less in there. The older ones, I figured I'm just going to go ahead and see what all I can get out of. And I'm not doing another rerun of those back crosses. I will inbraid that, and I'll look at this. What comes out of these three, alpha, beta, and theta, all with the, I believe I did them all with the same St. Bernard male. Where are we at? Cover that over. There. Oh, these are big, juicy seeds. Plump, ready to go. All right. Yep, one more. There we go. 25, 24, 23. So yeah, that one ain't viable. Put it in, we'll see. I think it's one of the ones that came out already. Or was this the shell? Anyhow, that's all of those ones. Beta. Again, looks like we got a really nice germination rate, and a couple of little soft little ones that I got into the mix there. One of them looks like. Everything else looks nicely germinated. So I know everyone's got different techniques. I do not like using paper towels. That for me just never worked. I don't like the little puff Jiffy Cup things, little Jiffy pucks. For me, that's not. I know other people have different experiences. But for me, this is the ticket. Now, what you don't want to do is like put these in the sunshine after, you know. And again, they're getting a lot more exposure to sunshine right now in this little video than I normally would. But it's pretty interesting. You can, they've just barely got these little tails out. They can actually dehydrate and not die. You can, if you catch them before they've gone to completely eviscerated or desiccated. I mean, not eviscerated. Here we are at these smaller ones now. The manatives. And some of these got tails too. So I bet they're all violet. Again, they were germinating in really cold water, cold water, cold air, darkness, and that really makes a difference on their ability to germinate. And so, putting them into the nursery setting instead makes a huge difference. The rest of these should pop, but there'll definitely also be a visual difference, and I'll be able to count which ones first emerge versus. Take a little longer and pay attention to that as they're growing. That does make a huge difference. And I got one more of these, but you guys have seen the deal. That's all you need to watch, I'm sure. Thanks for joining today, and just a pretty simple process of planting some St. Bernard seeds and learn a little bit of history of the plant. Again, thanks for joining us. Go out into the world and make it a better place with the meat suit you're given.